All right, today is the steering column shaft coupler replacement today. I'm going to start by removing this shaft. Take that bolt out there, lift this cover up, and take this bolt out, holding the shaft to the gearbox. All right, getting started. Okay, got my steering shaft out of the truck. Now I'm going to show you all how to separate it. Grab it there and there and pull. That comes out, that comes off. Pretty easy. This piece here, it just sits right here like that. And you put it back in the shaft when you get ready. Okay, once you get your steering shaft out and pull it apart, you can see right there the slack that's in that joint. And they call it a rag joint because it's like a rubberized material that's in there. But you can see that's your slack right there. And what we got to do is we got to get rid of this joint. We got to get these two rivets right here out. But with this flange on there, you don't want to mess this up, so you got to get on this side of it. And we're going to grind the heads off of those two rivets and remove this. And then we'll bolt our new one on using the bolts that are supplied with it. That's it. Time to get with it. All right, while I'm letting my air compressor catch back up, because it's not a great air compressor, I'll show you what I got. I don't have an actual grinder, but my cutoff tool is working pretty good. Just cut right through that rivet. You can see the bolt. You can see the line, the circle, where the bolt is, the actual rivet is, rather. And I'll just knock that off with a hammer as soon as I get this side in the same predicament. And I'll bust it off, and then I can cut those rivets out of there. All right, wait on the air compressor here a minute. We'll get back after it. Now that I've got these ground down, you can see this piece here will come loose. There you go. Now we just gotta get these out, and you'll have to, these are smashed so it expands, so you can't just punch them out. You'll have to grind these off carefully, keeping off of this surface much as possible. Just grind these off, just cut them off, and then pop them out with a punch. That's it. Get to work. All right, now that I got these cut off, ground down, and punched out, you can see still got a nice thick flange. You're ready to bolt up now. All right. All right, once you've got your shaft all back together, make sure you don't have your bolt in your new coupler, take your bolt out, then put your shaft in the steering gear box and push it down until you got it where the bolt lays right beside that groove in the shaft. Then you can put your bolt in, tighten it up, and then you can put your shaft on the column shaft part and put the bolt in and tighten it up. And then pull your collar down and you're done. All right, got my bolt tightened up on my steering coupler. Got my shaft put back on the steering column shaft and bolt in tightened up. I don't know if y'all noticed, but this boot right here on this joint is busted. But I checked it, it's nice and tight now, so I can fix it at a later date. I can't get the parts today, but ain't that big a deal. Now you just gotta put your cover back in place. And done deal. And that's it. Steering coupler replaced. Yeehaw. Now I don't have my steering wheel adjusted properly because I haven't had the front end alignment done after changing tie rod ends and the whole front end basically. But after getting this steering gear replaced and replacing the steering shaft coupler, I mean, you can see the difference. Go on there, buddy. I mean, it is just perfect now. There is no slack in the steering anymore. I mean, it's tight, but it's not darty. The steering gear box, that 2.6 ratio, it's not darty at all. It's just straight up good steering gear box. But yeah, only time I have to move the steering wheel now is just for the dips in the road. Steering's back perfect. Yeah.